If you're a busy parent who's trying to get back on track with your fitness and your goals, you don't need a perfect setup to build a capable body. You just need a system that gets you moving consistently. Welcome to day 4 of 7 of building an operating system for your morning so that you hit your goals. This is the 5 a.m. Squat Club where parents build the lives they know they're meant for. This morning, we're proving that you don't need anything fancy with a beginner-friendly, body weight only workout, push-ups, squats, pull-ups, scalable to any level. We're going to get after it in just a moment. First, let's get into our squat, prime our minds. Let's go. All right, so step 1 on the 5 a.m. Squat Club is get your dog out of the way. It's to get into a squat. Feet go underneath the hips, heels are planted on the floor. If the heels are coming up, or you feel like you're going to fall over backwards, just hold on to some sort of weight out in front, maybe a dog. While we're here, what we're going to do is choose our first thoughts of the day, set our breathing, and make sure that we're not chasing stimulus for the day. So 4 seconds on the inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale. 4-second hold is called a box breath, and it's going to get you nice and set while we go through our mental reps. So first one is I am responsible. And it just means that I'm going to take ownership and accountability for my life. Nobody is coming to do it for me. Nobody's coming to save me. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response, just so the people that I care about around me get a better version of me. I'm not snappy and reactive. Take a breath, give a better response. Next is I have all I need to succeed today. And that just means that we don't blame. I'm not saying, oh, I can't do this because I don't have the perfect setup or I don't have the perfect job and my boss sucks. I'm just going to take action because I have the tools to take the first step, and progress is perfect. So just move forward. And the last one is I choose gratitude. I need to focus on the fact that there is good in this world and this life, as well as the things that I need to work on and progress with. So you start every day with that, and then we move. Let's go. First movement of the day is the same as it always is, and it just looks like getting on the ground and getting back up. So essential part of human movement here, you can call this a burpee or just a lay down, get up, but it looks like this. Get yourself fully down on the floor, chest and thighs. You should be able to take your hands off the ground because you're fully down there, and then just get yourself back up. And we like to take a little hop and clap overhead to celebrate the fact that we are able to do so and that we have made the decision to get up and do so. So if this is new for you, welcome. This is day 4 of a 7-day series to build yourself a morning routine. If you want to start in the beginning, go ahead back to day 1, but otherwise, welcome. Today is all about body weight movements, no equipment required. But as usual, the workout is just part of our system, right? It's part of this entire morning routine that involves a few steps that ensure that you make progress. Step 1 is get up early, right? Carve out time before your life gets busy. You know, maybe before your kids get up, before your workday starts. Whatever is the beginning of your day, but if you carve out time, then you make sure that it happens. Because if nobody else is trying to steal your attention, you can have that time to focus. And what we do in that focused time is, 1, we move our fitness forwards, because we're only as good of parents and as good of human beings as we are physically capable. But then step 2 is taking action on our goals, is making sure that the things that are important to us, our dreams, our big goals that we don't talk about a whole lot, that they get some action. And if you do, well, we say an hour a day, if you carve out an hour a day to work on your goals, you're going to get there, or you're at least going to make progress, and your life is going to change on that. So, welcome to the 5 a.m. Squat Club. First step of our warm-up down. We get into the general warm-up here. Good morning, Terry, Talia, Tim. If you don't like jumping first thing in the morning, go ahead and start this out with a standing march. Nice high knees. Otherwise, we're gonna bounce a little bit, warming up the ankles, knees, hips, with a little jumping jack. So taking the hands overhead together and then behind your back together. We're gonna get 20 or 30 seconds here. Remembering today is all about body weight only. So very beginner friendly. I'm gonna give scaling options so that anybody in any level can do this workout. And it's just a great opportunity to build some fitness without needing any gear or fancy setup. So a few more jumping jacks here, then we'll move into our next step. Morning, Jody. Is that Ryan or Chris? Ryan. Good morning, good morning. Woo, we're breathing. All right, next warm-up movement's gonna be our inchworm. So we're starting a nice wide stance with the feet. Take the hands to the floor between the feet. Walk yourself forwards until you're in a nice tight plank position. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs. Ryan, thanks for the check-in. And then you're gonna walk yourself back and stand tall in between. Let's get 5 there at least. And as I'll say during these warm-ups is, if you've got your own specific warm-up that you like to do, maybe you've got a machine you like to hop on, maybe you like to go for a jog or something, I have no issues with that. Go ahead and get that in. As long as we're getting loose, the body's getting warm, the joints are opening up, and we're gonna be able to get into the positions that we need without issue, then that's gold. All right, next one, we're gonna stay in this plank position. What we're gonna do is take one foot outside the hands. If you find that that is very challenging, your foot might be a little further back, try to slide yourself back so that shin is vertical. And you could just hang out here if that's pretty tight. Otherwise, we're gonna get a little bit of a twist. So we're gonna take the hand that's on the same side as the elbow, or as the bent knee, bring that elbow down towards the ground, and then reach to the ceiling. We get 5 cycles there. Take your time, see if you can get that elbow all the way to the floor. You can lift the back knee when you twist if you want. Makes it a little more active. Once again, 5 or so per side. We'll switch it up. And what we're preparing for here is functional movement, right? Our main focus exercise-wise on the 5 a.m. squat club is always functional movements. And you can define functional movements in a couple different ways. One is they're innate to humanity, right? The types of movements you're gonna use in your real life. And 2, they're unique in their ability to produce power. Power is work over time. Work is force times distance. So the movements that produce the most power are considered the most functional, because functional life requires power. So, Alberto, good morning. So what that means is if you're practicing, let's go to a leg swing here now, just standing nice and tall. Keep the torso upright and just increase the range of motion as you go. Start nice and easy, just loosening that hip up. And what was I saying? Functional movements, they produce power, so they're gonna give you the most bang for buck, but also they're gonna carry over, right? So if I'm only doing, call it isolation or bodybuilding type movements in the gym or at home, then the capacity that I'm gonna get out of it is gonna be limited to those types of movements. You know, if I'm just doing single joint exercises like curls and whatnot, switch sides, is that gonna carry over to my real life here on the farm? Probably not. And you don't need to be a farmer to need functional movements. You just need life, right? If you've got kids, or you play sports, or you got a physical job, or you have a hobby that's physical, functional movement is the way to improve that. Not isolation. And another thing that we're doing here is with those functional movements, we are varying them and we're working with intensity. All right, next one here, we're gonna get into our passive squat again. So feet underneath the hips and just sitting on down. If that's uncomfortable, just stay there. You can grab onto something in front of you if you need to, if you feel like you're gonna fall over backwards. Otherwise, we're gonna twist. So if you feel pretty comfortable here, take the elbows inside the knees And then what you're gonna do from there is take one arm out, reach it to the ceiling, get a little twist, take a full breath, come back to the center, and we'll alternate 3 or 4 per side, and then we'll talk about our workout. Full breath. Should be feeling a little bit sweaty now. We should be starting to warm up pretty well. If not, keep pushing that warm up. I am dripping already. Look at that. One more per side. Then we're gonna brief this workout. Okay, this dog is right in the way. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, where are we here? There we go. Okay, so today is, kind of looks like Cindy a little bit. We got 3 movements, 15 minutes, push-ups, squats, and then pull-ups. So slightly different order than Cindy. And what you want to think here is, wow, I'm drenched, is choose a number of reps in each minute that you can maintain. You know, you can choose to make it a little bit easier or harder, up to you. 3 movements once again. What is the order here? Push-ups, air squats, pull-ups. So for the push-up, and I'm gonna give you scaling options, so don't you worry. I'm gonna go through this twice as well, once more after our intro. So push-up is lock up the body, squeeze everything, butt, legs, abs, chest and thighs come all the way to the ground, and then back up to that position. If that's not accessible in a really good quality straight line body position, then what you're gonna do is elevate the feet. So if you have a box or a chair or some stairs, just lift up, did I say elevate the feet? Elevate the hands. Keep the body still in that straight line, chest to the box or chair, whatever, back up to a lockout. So that's the scaling for the push-up. Next, air squat. What we're looking at is feet underneath the shoulders, maybe a slight turn out of the toes, hips go down and back, ideally till the level of the hip is below the level of the knee at least. Knees are in line with the feet, heels are on the ground, stand it up tall. Scaling for that, same concept, but you're just not going to push up. You're gonna set up at a chair or a box, send the hips back, touch the chair or the box, stand up tall. Third one is the pull-up. And don't worry, I got scaling options here as well. So, you know, if you got a pull-up bar, you need to set it up, get that set, get to a play structure, tree, whatever you got. What we're looking at here, ideally, is going from a full dead hang to chin fully over the bar. In terms of scaling that, you could use a band if you have one. Just put your feet through the band and let that resistance help you up. Otherwise, I like the elevate the floor option, where I'm gonna stand on something, a box, or in this case, a bucket, a chair, whatever. And I'm just gonna use my feet to help me get up there, chin over the bar. But I'm only using as little leg as I can, as much upper body as I can to get this done, just assisting with the feet. So, you wanna choose a number of reps that you can maintain in those minutes. You can increase it if you want. We have 5 rounds of that. So, we're gonna do the intro. I'll brief this one more time, so keep warming up if you need it. Grab some water, set up your space. We're gonna get moving here. Today, we've got a basic calisthenic workout with the most important bodyweight movements that you can do, 3 of them, 15 minutes. This is gonna give you efficiency, effectiveness, intensity, great fitness in 15 minutes. Let's give it a go. All right, team. So, as I'm saying, what we got this morning is 15 minutes, 3 basic movements, maybe the most important calisthenics movements we got. and 5 rounds each. What you're gonna do format-wise is choose a number of reps of each one of those movements that you think you can maintain on the minute, and we're gonna go through 5 rounds. So 3 movements are, and I'm gonna give you scaling options no matter where you're at. Movement number 1 is our push-up. What you're looking at is a nice straight line in the body, butt squeeze, leg squeeze, ab squeeze, chest and thighs come all the way to the ground and all the way back up to a lock-in. Once again, choose a number that's not gonna take you the whole minute, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, that you can maintain. Scaling option for the push-up is elevate your hands to a chair or a box or some chairs, and then do exactly the same thing. Keep the body in a nice straight line, all the way down, all the way up. Movement number 2 is our air squat. Feet underneath the shoulders, maybe slightly turned out the toes. Hips go down and back till the hips are below the knees. Feet are planted on the floor. Heels are on the ground. Knees are in line with the feet. Stand up tall. Once again, hips down and back, below the knees. Heels on the ground. Knees in line with the feet. Scaling option for that, we could use the box as well. Set up in front of it. Sit to the box, touch, and stand. Simple, simple. Movement number 3, the pull-up. And this is one that, if you don't have a pull-up, some people don't practice, but I got scaling for you. So if you have the capacity, dead hang, chin fully over the bar, all the way back down. If you have a band, a resistance band, you could use that for assistance, put your feet through it. Otherwise, I think this is probably the best option. Grab yourself a box or a chair, or in this case, a bucket. Stand on said bucket and use your legs as little as you need to pull yourself up, chin over bar, and back down. You're just using it as assistance as necessary, but doing as much of the work with your arms, upper body as possible. So that's that. Let's hit the thumbs up button and let's do it. Got tunes. All right, team. I'm gonna do a quick audio check here, my bad. Chickadee check. Perfect. All right, team. 15 minutes, 5 sets each. Let's do this. 10 seconds. Starts with the push-up. You want to think about choosing a number that you can keep here. I'm going to try 1 set and go for that. It's a nice tight body. Once again, you can do this. You know what? I might scale the first round just so you get a visual of that. How about that? Just show you the beginner options and I'll ramp it up as we go. And you could do the same, right? Start a little bit easier options. And then ramp it up if you want, if you can, later rounds. So that's 30 seconds. I'm gonna suggest don't work for more than 30 seconds. Dog's chewing shoes. So second one is the air squat. Same thing, I probably work for 30 seconds here. You just wanna move steady. 5, 3, 2, 1. So hips down and back, below the level of knees, keeping the torso upright. Stand it back up. Hips down and back, knees in line with the feet. Don't let them fall in. Stand tall. You could also just think about maintaining the arch in your feet. Not letting the ankles roll in. You think about grabbing the floor with your feet and really working on that range of motion. Hips all the way down below the knees. That's 30 seconds. Stand it up tall at the top. If you're not new to this, feel free to push the pace a little bit. Maybe go for 40 seconds. Up to you. First set of pull-ups. I'm going to use this bucket as the scaling option just to show you. 10 seconds. First set of pull-ups. 3, 2, 1. Even if you don't need to scale this is a good warm-up option. You can even try at the top to come off the bucket with the feet and hold that top position for a sec. On the pull-up, I would only aim for maybe 5, max 10, but those ones will burn out. So there's one round down. You should have a feel now for what you want to do, what you can maintain, how you're going to do it. If you're feeling overwhelmed already, bring the reps down. You can always take a minute off if you need it as well. Just stay within your, I don't want to say comfort zone. I want you to be comfortably uncomfortable. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Woo. One set is good so that you get your rest built in. All right. Second set of squats. 20 seconds. Rest is good. 10 seconds. We want to be able to manage, maintain our intensity. So the built-in rest is key. 3, 2, 1, and squat. Once again, hips back and down below the level of the knee. Knees are staying in line with the feet, not falling in. We're maintaining our arches and our heels on the ground. Just move for 20 or 30 seconds. Obviously, you can move slower, faster, whatever works for you. That's 30 seconds. All right, 35, 40. Back on to pull-ups next. Once again, you can scale these pull-ups with a band by standing on something. 3, 2, 1. All right, 2 rounds down, that's 30 seconds. 3 more rounds to go. Definitely you should be feeling warm by now, and you should feel like you have an idea of what the reps are, what's appropriate, what's challenging, what's easy. Stay in that challenging but doable range. 10 seconds. Heart rate's maybe coming up a little bit now. That's the power of efficiency here. 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. Push-ups. My bad. Woo. There was a time a while ago where we were doing push-ups every day. I remember I got up to 100 without coming down, and couldn't quite imagine doing that now. All right, squats are next. 10 seconds. We'll talk about breathing heavy here in a sec. 5, 3, 2, 1, and squat. So if we were to do, say, just push-ups, right, and do a set of push-ups and rest 2 minutes and do that for 5 sets, the heart rate wouldn't be up very much. But doing these 3 exercises back to back brings the heart rate up a little bit. But the main thing is you're not losing. You're not losing the strength from any one of those three. That's 30 seconds. Because you're not getting a whole lot of interference, right? Each one of those movements has their own muscular space, call it, and therefore you can maintain the strength while moving through those exercises, and you're getting that cardio benefit as well without losing any of the strength. All right, 3, 2, 1. Third set of pull-ups. Once again, you can use a band or stand on something and use your legs. Maple. We got a girl. That's 30. 6 pull-ups for me. 2 more rounds, team. All right, we're gonna try to do the push-ups next. Not mess up the order. 4th set of push-ups coming up here. 10 seconds. Hopefully the heart rate's up a little bit. We're still maintaining. 5, 3, 2, 1. Thirty seconds. Woo! Killing it. Squats next. 5 minutes to go, team. We're almost there. So far, so good. Listen to your body. Choose the right numbers. Trying to maintain it. 3, 2, 1. And squat. Focus on that range of motion and quality of movement. Might be a good idea to film yourself. See what you look like compared to what you think you look like. Oftentimes at the gym, I'll cue somebody and they'll say, yeah, I got it. And then you'll show them a video and they'll say, oh, that's what you mean. That's 30 seconds. I didn't even realize I was doing that. So, great opportunity in filming yourself to check your movement. And then you could always share it with us on Instagram and I will give you coaching if you're interested. 10 seconds. Second last set of pull-ups. Talking too much. 3, 2, 1. Chin up. Ooh, dang. One more round. Back to push-ups. Last round. If you want to push the pace a little bit more, feel free. Try to add a few reps, up to you. Otherwise, just keep it steady. Quality over quantity. 10 seconds. Make sure they look good. Nice straight line on the push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Dang. 30 seconds. Squats and pull-ups left. One more of each. Shoulders. Keep it up, team. 10 seconds. Sure, if you're new here, I'll tell you in a second. 3, 2, 1. If you're new here working out with us, know that this is part of a live stream. It's part of a full morning routine system. If you're just here for the workout, we do homework afterwards. That is in essence just self-assigned progress on your real goals. So if you're just here for the workout, consider joining the full live stream. 30 seconds. I see you, Maple. That's 40 seconds. Last set of pull-ups here. 15. 10 seconds. Last set. You guys have done awesome. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Holy moly. All right, finish up that last set, team. Hit that thumbs up button if you appreciate it. Give yourself a pat on the back for taking action on your fitness this morning. Know that your body thanks you, and probably the people around you thank you as well, because you are becoming more productive, more useful. Great job. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Beep. Woo. All right, let's cool her down, team. We'll get a little cool down, and then we'll do some farm clips after homework. Let's go. Woo. All right. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna grab out the old PVC here. So grab yourself a broomstick or a hockey stick or a PVC if you got one. And we can double up here if you want. Maybe get on the shins. Get a little bit of an ankle and quad stretch here at the same time as taking that stick with a nice wide grip and bringing it back behind you and just kind of moving up and down above and below the shoulder blades. So just opening up the chest, trying to keep those arms nice and straight as you do so, just above and below, and just breathing. You can keep walking around as well, bringing that heart rate down a little bit as you go. Just nice and easy. Yeah, maybe let me know in the chat, what do we do? Added another skill. I was able to make 5 sets of 5 push-ups. Fantastic. And how's the new pull-up bar, Tim? So today, really, you know, we just want to reiterate that like functional movements are scalable, right? Those movements, you know, we can redefine functional movements and say they're innate to humanity and they are unique in their ability to produce power, and they're infinitely scalable. I think I missed that part, that, you know, whether you're a young, capable athlete or, you know, you're a middle-aged person or you're getting up there, functional movements are necessary, right? Like a squat, if I'm gonna live independently, is necessary. And, you know, do I need to have a 500-pound squat? No. But the way that I like to think about it is if I build capacity up here and my regular everyday requirements require this much, this is my buffer. As I age, my capacity is very likely to decrease. So the bigger the buffer I can build, the longer timeline I have before those two meet, before I get to a place where my capacity and my daily requirements are similar, which leads to obviously much more risk of injury and error and all that kind of stuff. So we use these functional movements because they're necessary for real life and because they are most capable of producing this power output that we want. So we change them up all the time so the body's always guessing, and we push with intensity because that's the way you're gonna get the best results. Once we are done that, because the benefit of, well, the couple benefits of intensity, one, are you're getting the best results, but two is we get this clarity, right? If you go into the gym and you do a set and you rest, and you do a set and you rest, and you don't get this elevated heart rate, this endorphin release, this feeling of clarity, no, get your paw off there. This feeling of clarity that comes from, working hard and getting the heart rate going, then we miss out. But since we do that, we want to take this clarity and this calm and the body, the sensations of feeling relaxed, and do our homework. And our homework is just an hour of work on the goals that don't get the attention that they should. The goals that, you say, oh, I'd love to do that, but I probably won't, or it's unlikely, or it's just a pipe dream. It doesn't need to be if you take action, right? Don't expect to be at your goal tomorrow, but know that you can make progress, and progress is the way towards that goal. So if you make a little bit of progress every day, what's stopping you from getting there, right? We have limiting beliefs, we have fears, we have whatever, but you'll notice that once you start taking action, those all disappear because you make progress. So take an hour, carve it out before your kids get up, and take action on your homework, on your dreams, on your goals that move you. I'll give you a quick visual of what that could look like if you want to be like me. This was just the sunrise yesterday morning. It was just beautiful. There are the sheep and llamas out there. Right, the reason I show these clips is I didn't grow up this way. This is not the life that we started with my wife and I. But we made a choice, right? We decided that it was important to us to control our food system, and that became our goal. And now I worked on it every single day, and we keep working on it every single day. Here's me moving our meat birds, and they get moved every single day until they're processed. You're gonna see there are other chicks here where the sheep get moved every single day, right? There's work that happens because this is the goal that we defined, and the only way to achieve your goals is to do the work. So, show you a couple more here. This is me still pulling, making sure that I haven't run over any of the chicks. They're still learning the system as they are. They've only been out there for a few moves so far. And here they are being piranhas. So these are, as I mentioned, meat birds, right? These are Cornish cross birds. They're meant to be eaten. They grow fast. They look horrible. That's just the way it is. These next, this is our replacement hen chicks for the year. We tend to add 20 new hens every year, but we got them as day olds this year just so we can control the process a little bit more. These are barred rock chicks. They'll be basically like speckled gray and white when they're older. But these ones aren't to be eaten. These will be producing eggs when they're 18 weeks old or so. So, oh, there's one, look at that. Maple's getting excited because she can hear the squeaking. Don't do that. Don't do that, you. Look at that. Cute little thing, eh? So, that's just to show that whatever life you want to build, take action, right? We do the mental reps. I have all I need to succeed today, and we'll focus on progress over perfection. What step can you take today that tomorrow you can build on, and the day after you can build on that one? And that's all it takes. Just start taking the actions, move forward. That's the way that you're going to get there. So today was day 5. Tomorrow's day 6. Understand that, this is 7 days to reset your habits. Ideally, after the 7 days, you just keep going. And this becomes your morning routine forever, as crazy as that may sound. And it sounds like, oh, but I'm giving up staying up late or sleeping in. Yeah, you are. But that stuff is not valuable. If you want to make progress in your life, be accountable, be intentional about your time, right? Nothing's happening at night that's worth doing. And if you go to bed early, you don't need to sleep in anyways. So make progress. You're going to be much more proud of the progress that you make than the scrolling that you do at night. All right, team. Love you guys. Hope you all have a fantastic day. And I hope to see you all here tomorrow. Shout out to team members Jody, Jason, Ryan, Yaroslav, Chris, Adam, Rose, and Shirlsy. I love you guys. If you want to really support this channel, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Show up here tomorrow. Bring a friend. That'd be even better. But if you even want to do it more, hit that join button at the bottom of the screen. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. You guys are awesome. Have a great day. And peace.